Okay, hello guys and welcome back. Born Survivor 123. I'm just going to do a short video here. First of all, I want to apologise for the audio in my last videos. I'm not quite sure why it's going out of sync with the video. I'm not doing anything different and I'm not uploading it any way different. So if you do know why that is, or if it's just a program or software I'm using, could you let me know if I could sort that or how I can sort that sort of thing. So basically what this video is anyway is you saw an unpackaging video I did, and I picked up in one of them Street Fighter 2 Turbo Revival on the GBA, and I didn't know too much about this one. I'm a massive Street Fighter fan, but I've never really played this one, so I had a lot of hope and somewhat interest in this game. But as I say, I've never tested it out, although I have been testing it out for the last couple of days, and the amount of fun I've been having with this is quite a pleasant surprise actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little review video for you to watch here now, and see if you actually like this game as well. As you can see, I can't speak very well tonight for some reason. I am stumbling a lot. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a short review video of this now, and show you the pros and the cons and give you a little bit of information about it. And just quickly as well, I got this in the post today. It's a thing from the post office saying that no one was in, and there was a big package delivered today. I think I know what it is, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go pick it up early tomorrow morning before work, and then I'm going to do a short unboxing video for you and just show you what I managed to pick up for a bargain the other day. I might have mentioned it in my other videos, I'm not sure if I did, but I'll do that tomorrow morning, as I say, and then get that uploaded for you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to end it here, and then I'll do a little review on Street Fighter 2 Turbo Revival. Okay guys, so here we are. This is the video review on Street Fighter 2 Turbo Revival on the GBA. Again, I'm going to apologise early because the audio will not go in time with the video, and I don't understand why this is. It seems when I upload it slightly slows down by a second or two, but it's not too much. But as I say, if someone knows how to sort this problem out and can give me a hand, then that'd be pretty cool, just so they are in time and that. So yeah, Revival. I picked it up a couple of days ago off eBay, and I'm a massive Street Fighter 2 fan, so I wasn't expecting too much from it, and I was expecting to be slightly disappointed. But I think it was basically, I was expecting it to be a cheap Game Boy Edition version of the original. However, I was really pleasantly surprised, and I've put quite a lot of time into this now, and I've really had some fun with it. It's a really fantastic game. Gameplay is really good. The graphics are great, and it was a nice surprise, as I say. It's like I feel like the Revival Edition really does represent the ultimate version of. Sorry about that. I'll just pop that out. Really does represent the ultimate version of the original classic that we all know as Street Fighter 2 Turbo. They've done a lot of work. I mean, there's a lot of things that they've tweaked and adjusted, and there's some graphical images that they've added in and that work really well. So I mean, they've had a lot of time as well to work on it, being Street Fighter 2 Turbo being released in 1994 as well. So as I said, I have had a lot of time to work on it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the intro run through, and you can see that the gameplay and the colours and that, and just see generally what it's like. So here we go, Street Fighter 2 Turbo Revival on the GBA. So there we go, we can see Ken and Ryu battling it out in the intro, and a little appearance from Chun-Li there. Obviously, we was first introduced to Street Fighter 2 Turbo as an arcade machine. They never produced it on any console until it was really high in demand as it became a very popular Capcom machine. And then they first brought it out on the Turbo Graphics, the SNES, and the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis, as we know it. Later on, they brought it out on the Panasonic 3DO and the PlayStation. And obviously, as we go on through the years, we've now got editions of it on the 360 and the PS3, which are lacking, but they're still going. That's the cool thing about Street Fighter. So throughout the editions, I mean, there's a lot of differences between them, a lot of stuff you notice, and there's a lot of like missing frames of animation, that sort of thing. Some sound effects that are really clunky and really quite poor, and really don't stay in context with the old Street Fighter 2 Turbo style. The backgrounds are simplified, they're not as detailed, they're not as cool, and they don't stay in theme with the characters as much. They really suffer from terrible loading times. I mean, I think it was on the Panasonic possibly, but some of the loading times were really, really poor. And for an action game, you want to get straight into the action. and you don't want to just be waiting around for it. So anyway, we'll go into the menu. I'll skip past this and we'll go into the menu. You can see what that's like. So here we are anyway, standard Super Street Fighter 2 menu. We have arcade, training, versus and options. The versus is highlighted here in this game because I'm playing it on an emulator, so I've got the option to play versus. I don't know if you play it on the GBA. Obviously if you haven't got a link cable you might not have the option to play that, and I don't know if you put it in a DS, maybe you get some sort of other option that you can connect some way through that, but pretty standard menu. We'll go down to the options and I'll show the option menu. Okay, so what you have in the option menu is you have your level select, level hardness 1 to 5, I think it goes up to 9 actually, oh no, just 8, but you can select your level hardness, then obviously your time per round, your amount of rounds, the amount of damage inflicted per round. I don't remember that option being on the original SNES edition. It may have been, let me know if it was, but basically what it is if you feel challenging enough, you can up the amount of damage that a hit does from the enemy, and then really challenge, as I say, challenge the gameplay and see if you can beat it on a harder setting. Then we have gauge setting, which is extra and arcade. I'm assuming this is just the arcade style edition gauge bars, and then an extra star where there's more added to it. I haven't really played about with that option, so I don't know too much. And then button settings, reset and exit. As you can see in the background there, we have a globe with named places on there, and if you are a Street Fighter fan, as you know, that is the campaign mode. And what you do is you start on one place, for example China, then you beat the China battle, you go on to the next one, Japan, USA, and you work your way around until you've completed the campaign mode. But remember, this is on the GBA, so already these graphics are looking pretty outstanding. I'm going to go on to training, just so I don't get my ass kicked in front of you on training mode, because I've been playing training mode a little bit. Not training mode, sorry, campaign mode a little bit, and it is quite hard. I only done 2 or 3 rounds and they started kicking my ass straight away. So, but what you can see is your standard characters, your 8 main turbo characters, and then a few others. Characters like Akuma and Ken's evil counterpart make appearances out throughout the game and that as well, which is pretty cool. So they've got the whole range of characters on here. I'll just flick through the characters and that for you, so you can see who you get to play with. If the screen does look a little bit pixelated, it is because, as I say, I am playing it through an emulator, and I've largened it to the screen so that you get a full image. But as I was saying, with those few problems that there were with bringing them to the consoles, the loading times and the graphics and that, I think that was a small price to pay for having such a great title at your home and being able to play it at home, really. What this is here is a mode select, which wasn't in the original. We have normal, Turbo 1, Turbo 2 and Turbo 3. I haven't really I've played Turbo 1 and 2 and I don't really notice a difference. I don't know whether the settings get harder or if it gets faster. Maybe that's why I was getting my ass kicked, because I think I was playing it on Turbo 2, so that's maybe why I was struggling. But I'm just going to put it on normal mode for you to see, standard normal mode. Obviously there's a few little tweaks in that they could have done with this game. But again, it's a small price to pay for having one of the greatest games, one of the top gem of the games, on now a portable console, so you can play it whilst on the go, which I think is fantastic. Another thing that I want to say again is, I did mention it, but I love the backdrops in this game. They are all the original backdrops, and they have added a few little tweaks in that and a good few little effects, and it just makes it great. I remember playing hours and hours and hours of this game when I was a kid, so seeing them again just really brings back my childhood, and that's what I love about it. But as you can see, Ken's not fighting back at the moment, so I'm not doing too bad. However, if he was fighting back, I'd probably have lost by now. But as you can see as well, what we're standing above is a super gauge bar there. And what that is basically, whilst you're battling throughout a fight, you fill this gauge bar up, and when it gets full, super appears, and that's your super move, that's your finishing move as such. And you activate that or deactivate it by pressing select on the control panel. It won't let you show you it during the training battle, as as it is just as you're not filling the gauge bar up and that, and you can't actually KO anyone. But that's a cool added little feature as well that they've added in, and I really like that effect too. But yeah, I mean, I reckon you could get hours of fun out of this game, not only just in the campaign mode, but training and learning your moves is another cool thing. And when we come to moves, as I was saying earlier on about the controls, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because Turbo was always used to the 4 front buttons, the 2 bumper buttons, and the up, down, left and right sort of buttons. However, on the GBA you only have the 2 front buttons, 2 bumper buttons, and the up, down, left and right directions. So basically how they've adapted that into this is you press the button quick for a short kick or a punch, for example, and then you hold it down for a more powerful kick. So the pressure that you put on the buttons is how the gameplay really evolves, and that's how the the special moves are done as well. For the old combination moves like forward and punch at the same time, that sort of thing, you really have to adjust the sort of pressure you put on the buttons. So that's where the real tricks come into it. I mean, you can do all the old characters' special moves as well, but there's a lot more training involved in it, as you do need to adjust the gameplay buttons. As I say, the pressure and the speed, the way you press them and everything. So it's a lot more of a challenge as well as just the original gameplay at the same time. But that's something I really like about it as well. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit out quickly, and I'm just going to go onto the arcade mode and just show you a little preview of what that's like. You probably will see me get my arse kicked straight away, but just to show you, as I say, what the arcade mode is like. So here we go, arcade mode. And even that, the fire in the background, I think the effects are really cool. I've been playing it on the SP, and I've been playing it on the DS as well, so I do advise you to play it on one of the illuminated screen console handhelds, because you do get a much better image out of it. But obviously if you only have a GBA, then it's not going to fault with the gameplay whatsoever, it's just the graphics aren't going to be as outstanding. But let's select a character here. We'll go with Ken. We'll go with normal again. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the first fight, and it's in England against Cammy. But even this, I mean, for the GBA, it's really advanced, as I say, and look at the backdrops, I mean, check it out. I mean, it's only squares and little pixels and that, but the lights and the effects and that are really cool. Even down to the little birds you can see moving there, all that has all been added in. I just think it's a nice little tweak to the game. And as you can see, because she's kicking my ass, her gauge bar is filling up pretty quick, and she will have the ability to do a special move. Nice little result there, I didn't expect that one to happen. But yeah, that's the overall game anyway, so I'm gonna exit out of that. And hopefully that this review has helped you a lot. Hopefully it has persuaded you into getting it, because as I say, I strongly suggest you do look out for this game. It's a cheap buy now, and if you are a Street Fighter fan and you do like the original Turbo, and you do agree with me and think it's the best one of the collection, then I really suggest you pick this one up. If there is any more questions and that I could answer about it, or if there's anything you do want to know about the general gameplay and that, give me a quick message, because I mean, as I said, this is my first game review, so I haven't done too many of them before, so I don't know what I should have had and what I shouldn't have had. But as I say, general gameplay fantastic, training mode really good. The buttons are a little bit more of a challenge, but then who doesn't want a challenge nowadays in the games? Do you know what I mean? So people complain the games are getting too easy nowadays. So a really fantastic game, and thanks for watching one of my videos again, and hopefully you enjoyed it.